You know, I've never been to the throat of the world before. I read once that aurora borealis are common at the top. Always wanted to see them. Why? Because it's cold? That's not stopping me, that's for sure. Although hiking is no fun if you're not doing it with friends. I guess we'll have to wait until next year when summer comes back. It's a bummer we just missed it. But if your only problem is the cold, then why don't you just borrow a coat from the old men? But if your only problem is the cold, then why don't you just shout fire to the air to warm up the temperature or something? Don't get me wrong. I don't regret becoming a vampire, but I was forced to give up my chance at a normal life. Don't get me wrong. I don't regret becoming a vampire, but the transformation left a lasting mark on me. Oh yeah, a 4-foot colossus was just lying in a pool that isn't even knee-deep. Come on. Oh yeah, a 10-foot colossus was just lying in a pool that isn't even knee-deep. Come on. Anyway, let's do this quickly. And watch where you step. Remember that everything that people throw down the toilet winds up here. Anyway, let's do this quickly. And watch where you step. Remember that everything that people throw down their privy chambers winds up here.
Now get out. You don't...
As promised, I now teach you the first word of soul carrying. Read the essence of your enemy's life force.
Look at him go. He really needed the fresh air. I like it. Not a fan of small dorms, but it seems to have all the needs of a mage covered. I should have applied when I had the chance. Do you mind if we take a break here to read? I'll take your silence as a no. Nothing but the best for the Archmage, huh? If I ever get a room, I want it to be just like this one. Wait, is that a dragon skull? Oh yeah, Dragon's Reach. I get it. Should we tell the Jarl that the dragons are being resurrected? Because they have a giant dragon skull displayed here. I'm just saying. I wish the castle was like this palace. It's beautiful.
I swear to you,
The court mage has very beautiful
tempered
eyes.
reaction
Almost as if...
might be called for.
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid her from now on. I thought this was a palace, not an excavation site. Seriously, they didn't even bother to add a proper ventilation system.
Foreign soil.
Okay, the city may not be as big as I expected, but the palace? Yep, you pass. The architecture is pretty and all, but what do people do for fun here? Even the Jarl's residence looks depressing. It reminds me of my own castle.
Your mother.
Oh, what is it? Yeah, I'm good, really. I never wanted the title in the first place. I hate to bring it to you, but half the court probably craves the power you have. I don't envy you one bit. But don't worry too much about it. The fact that you defeated the strongest vampire of our clan will make them think twice before making a move. I just hope you make better use of your power than my father did. Yeah, our clan wasn't always like this. I mean, we followed Molag Bal, but we also had values, rules, and commanded respect instead of fear. But after so many millennia, well, you've seen what the court has become. It's an easy trap for us vampires to fall into. But I think you can set an example here. Make our clan more respectable and restore it to its former glory. Assuming you plan on doing that. Have you learned nothing from my father's mistakes? If you bite off more than you can chew, you can kiss goodbye to our clan's restoration. Seriously, his actions caused the rise of a vampire hunter faction. Those consequences will haunt us for ages. Besides, you're literally the youngest member of our clan. I think you need to grow up before you start getting involved in politics. Well, I guess I'll help you restore our clan's legacy. Not as a political advisor, mind you. That's what Vingalmo and Orthiolf are here for. But I think I can help you make a difference. It won't be easy for you, so I want to aid you as best I can. No. Sorry.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
You mean extermination? You and I both took part in that battle. But we had no choice. They wouldn't let us get to our father without a fight. If any of them stepped out of line, he would have killed them himself. Still, well, I can't say I was fond of them, but they were part of the community I grew up with. We shared that much. And under better leadership, they wouldn't have fallen so far. My father dragged them all to the doomed fate he was heading towards. Yeah, our clan wasn't always like this. I mean, we followed Molag Bal, but we also had values, rules, and commanded respect instead of fear. In a better world, my mother and I could have healed our clan, make our family's legacy something more respectable. But it's too late for that now. Any chance of restoring Clan Volkihar died with my father. I'm pretty sure I'd need to be a vampire in order to lead a vampire clan. Not that there's anything left to lead anyway. Oh. Yeah, I think I get what you mean. Sorry. I just keep living in the past. But you're completely right. The end of Clan Volkihar's legacy doesn't mean the end of mine. I'm free now. I could be an alchemist, a court wizard, a librarian. There's so many possibilities in front of me. Thanks. You too.
What do you want?
The change is a bit harder to adjust to than I thought. First of all, there's the diet. I've been surviving on blood for so long that I almost forgot how to chew. My first meal was an embarrassing episode. But ever since then, it's been a colorful experience. Turns out I love apples and hate leeks. That feels sort of nostalgic. On the other hand, there's also the temperature. Vampires have a high tolerance to cold climates, so I'm going to need more layers of clothing. To be honest, I feel fragile, you know. Not only could I die from the cold, but any disease could kill me if I'm not careful. I know I sound paranoid, but I mean, these are concerns you've had too, right? Yeah, you're right. Besides, I still have my knowledge about magic, alchemy, and swordplay. I'm not defenseless. Besides, some good things came with the change too. I already mentioned the food, but I noticed that because I have regained my sense of taste. Moreover, just as I can feel the cold now, so can I feel the warmth of my own body and the rhythm of my heartbeat. I was afraid I would regret giving up my immortality, but I have gained so much more than I could ever dream of. Even if my life has a deadline now, I can finally live it at the same pace as everyone else. I wanted to give this to you. I bought it from Falion after he cured me. Thank you for supporting me all the way.
Working at the Bannered Man in Union, Zolfina? And why shouldn't I? Just because I'm a Greymane doesn't mean I can't earn my own keep. I didn't mean... I'm sorry I asked.
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for
Sorry.
sale.
So why haven't you arrested him?
On rumor and gossip? No. But you, a stranger, might find the truth for us. Sift through the ashes that others are too fearful to touch. See what they tell you. Should you prove him guilty or innocent, I will reward you. Hrogar's fate is in your hands. I really need a good night's rest.
Care to explain this sudden urge to play detective? Yeah, I do. I guess it's a better way to make money than scavenging in a dungeon. Still, I don't know. I did notice something strange when we passed by the house. I should come along with you just in case.
Fate is in your hands.
I thought you were taking me home. Do we really need to play detective right now?
How are you feeling, Jarl Lidgrim?
The visions continue to hold me in balance, Gorm.
So, the same then.
Fine.
Do not
Just
worry, my friend.
don't
All
take
is
too long,
well.
please. I may as well come along. I don't know why, but something's not right in that house.
We have to wait for nighttime, though. The other one is playing too, and she can't come out until then.
The other one? What do you mean?
I can't tell you. She might hear me. She's so close. If you can find me first, I can tell you.
Poor thing. I hope she didn't suffer. But what she said about the other one, I'm starting to put two and two together, but I don't have enough evidence to confirm it. Let's do what she asked us. We're getting to the bottom of this.
They'll learn the hard way.
I knew it. The one behind this was a feral vampire.
Ye gods! You think Alva is a vampire?
It's a possibility we can't ignore.
No, you're wrong. You must be wrong. Leodlet may have met her fate out in the marsh. I refuse to believe Alva had anything to do with this. There is no way you can prove it to the Jarl. I hope Alva is not what you think.
I agree with your hypothesis. Alva has to be a vampire as well. And if she was able to enthrall Helgi's father, she must be a powerful one. I wonder if she's working with other vampires. This whole operation seems too big for just one of them. Not without proof. We'll have to break into Alva's house and find evidence before we start making accusations.
You can't study how to fight in a textbook. It's so invigorating.
I figured Alva wasn't working alone. She's merely a servant of a more powerful vampire, and there may be more. We need to tell the Jarl right away that a vampire coven is about to overrun the town. I don't know how much time we have left. And in case you ask, no. I doubt I can just convince them to leave. Their kind won't be open to negotiations. I doubt it. Our clan may be the province's most powerful, but hardly the only one. This must be another faction trying to secure a territory. And they're getting bolder, which means they've been planning this attack for a long time, and have the power and resources to do it. I may be a vampire myself, but even I have my limits. Turning an entire town into a blood farm is repulsive. We have to take them down before they can put their plan in motion. And in case you ask, no. I doubt I can just convince them to leave. Their kind won't be open to negotiations. Let me tell you something. Vampire clans don't get along with each other, and mine's too clandestine to bother enslaving a little town. These are different, and they're getting bolder, which means they have the power and resources they need to put their plan in motion. I may be a vampire myself, but even I have my limits. Turning an entire town into a blood farm is repulsive. So don't worry, I'm not going to double-cross you and stab you in the back. My enemies right now are the same as yours.
I'll gather together some able-bodied warriors to clean out Movart's lair. They'll be waiting outside for you to lead them.
Take us to Movart's lair.
Take us! Yeah!
Kill the vampire!
Kill
Let's
him!
Kill him!
Destroy him!
Seriously? Just the townsfolk? They're gonna tear us apart. It's done. I hope Helgi can rest in peace now. Well, yeah. I guess I feel more empathy towards people who die needlessly. Especially when they're young. She deserved better. Anyway, let's go tell the Jarl. Morthal can rest easy now that those savages have been dealt with.